Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching this video. My name is Da Vinci Jeremy. I'm in the pipe 5x5 here in Dubai. My back's a little bit stiff, but doing good, man. Oh, wow. You know, I feel like Doctor Strange when he's telling Tony Stark, right, in Endgame, right? It was like this. It's one. That's how it is. This is it. This is the end game for y'all. Where, you know, there's a saying in crypto world, right? Have fun staying poor, right? I don't like it, personally. I think it's a horrible statement. But, because obviously you can't have fun, right? But it is the situation here. You need to share this video with all your friends and family men and people that you know, because Bitcoin is going to be the money. You need to take the time. Whatever you're doing is not more important than learning about what Bitcoin is. Let me repeat this to you. Anything you are doing is not more important than learning what Bitcoin is today. Right? With that said, Bitcoin is simply going to be the money. Why? Because it's limited, fixed in supply. It's a mathematical proof. That's it. It can't be changed. This makes it the fairest form of money that can exist out there. The rules will not change. Once you understand that, if you don't understand that, take the time to get it through your thick skulls, because governments get it, corporations get it. It's just you that doesn't get it. And they are planning to buy ahead of you. And then they're going to explain it to you after they buy. And then they're going to explain, yeah, dude, didn't you know? So either you figure this out before they buy it all up, or you buy it from them at extremely high prices. That's what you're going to probably do anyway. So anyways, but that said, that rant over. Hope you guys enjoy the show, because we're going to go over some crazy news that shows you that what I've been talking to you about just now and ranting about, because it is on. It is on. This is real. Right? Oh, you like the jacket, right? Boom. Oops, you can't see it. There you go. It's got the what's it called? OG sign here. Oops. Damn. What's happened here, man? They're OG, and then I told you so. Anyways. Thank you. Wow. We have India in the house, right? My ex didn't get it. Yeah, I know. Most people just take their time. Indonesia in the house. It is what it is, right? You need to share it. And when this video is probably going to be cut up, that part's going to be cut, and you're going to find, if you hit the subscribe, hit the like, you'll be able to get that shorter version of the video, and give it to people so that they can probably save themselves, right? Yeah. Boom. OJ. Thank you. All right, Saudi Arabia. Okay. All right, there we go. We got Ghana in the house. Yes. Yes. I mean, what did I just say? Do I have to repeat myself? Jesus. Yes, I know. My wife gets it. When I first met her, right, she was all in stocks and bonds and stuff like that. And then now she's all 100% of her portfolio is in crypto. 100%. She has gone from full centralized finance to full decentralized finance in a very short amount of time. I remember it took her a while to pull the trigger, though. It took her a long time. Right? She started understanding it, but There's a difference between understanding and realizing that you got to do this and then actually doing it. Yeah, I never get tired of explaining it to people because it's about there's a saying, right? The only way for evil to persist is for good men to do nothing, right? And with that said, right, if I know that this is the right thing for people to do, whether they know it or not, and this is why I'm here, right? This is why Mr. M is here as well, right? Mr. M is here to provide you with solid information about why you should own Bitcoin, how you should own Bitcoin, and why it's so important that it's Bitcoin and it doesn't equal crypto. It's different from crypto, and it is, right? It is very different from crypto because unlike any other cryptocurrency, right? Any other, even Caspa, right? Caspa can do what Bitcoin does if they just listen to what I have to say and do not do a hard fork, right? Then they are on par with Bitcoin. But the second they start to agree with hard forks, it's over. It is over, right? Why? Why is it over with hard forks? And I'd like to. I know I should get on with the news, guys, but you know how I like to blather a little bit. But with Caspa, right, they have the ability to be a top tier coin. But that's okay if they fail to do it because somebody else will do it for them. They have the ability to be a top tier coin simply by just stopping the hard forks. They don't believe that. They think, well, they could just continue hard forking and reduce it down. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Once you have a hard fork in there, right? Once you've created a consistent amount of hard forks, what's the difference of adding just one more? To increase the supply. To fix whatever issues they believe cannot be fixed other than a hard fork, right? That's the problem. And then you build into the system a means of doing hard forks without effort. That's the problem. All right, but they don't want to listen to that. And this is why they're not secure. Right? They're not solid as... They're good. Don't get me wrong. It's a good product, but that's their failing, right? They don't meet the trifecta, and all they have to do to meet the trifecta is say no more hard forks. That's it. We're done. It's locked off. All right. Sol supply on SEX, which is centralized exchanges, drops to 27 million, nearest low point amidst price boom. Yes. Well, I mean, it hasn't got to the lowest point, but you know, that's good. This is another sign that, you know, we're in a bullish banana zone here for crypto. All right. GameStop officially confirms its first Bitcoin purchase of 4,710 BTC. Dude, right? This company is going out of business, but not anymore. They're just going to transform. Just like there were so many other companies like Samsung and Nokia and so many companies that were doing a specific line of business that disappeared, and now they're bigger than ever. This will help a corporation pivot because they will gain a lot of wealth, allowing them to do so. So this is it. It's on, right? The game is on. The first corporations to see this will take advantage of this the most. The other corporations, well, later on will go, that's not fair. I didn't get in sooner. Yeah, That's how it is, right? You just got lucky. Metaplanet just got lucky. Okay, whatever. So the fact that they did the work, they did the research, they realized what the frick Bitcoin is, means they're just lucky. Doing work is not luck, Jack. The harder you work, the luckier you get. Start studying Bitcoin, start buying Bitcoin, start learning how to save, start learning how to hold your Bitcoin until the end, until the money that we're using today stops working, because it will, right? Use it to borrow against your Bitcoin as long as the money system continues to exist, where they can print more money. You could borrow against that you could print more of that money yourself. And then there you go. There you go. You don't have to worry about ever spending your Bitcoin, because you could print more of that stupid money. Okay. Now, Metaplanet understands this concept and is doing the same thing. That's why their stock is 600. Their NAV valuation is like 6x, right? If you buy a Metaplanet stock, you're buying Bitcoin at $600,000 per Bitcoin. Boom. Crypto czar Sachs says U.S. could possibly acquire more. Could. Okay, whatever, dog. You know that they have to buy more. They have to load the boat, right? There is no could. There is no could. They're buying. All right. Just listen to what Cynthia Loomis has to say here. Okay.
We have the United Arab Emirates purchasing Bitcoin through American exchange-traded funds. That's good for America, because they're going to build their sovereign wealth in Bitcoin through an American ETF. We have the Czech Republic investigating through its central bank, adding Bitcoin to its diversified asset allocation. So it's happening all over the world. The United States often has led through the states. It's leading again through the states. But it's important that our government include among its strategic assets Bitcoin as digital gold. We have about 5% of the world's gold in the United States in reserve. We need to have at least 5% of the world's Bitcoin in reserve.
There it is, folks. There it is, right? I know I was like, honestly, I was so scared before Bitcoin came on the scene. I want to have a personal moment with y'all, right? Before Bitcoin came on the scene, I was so scared, right? Because I knew what was going on, and when I tried to tell people, they couldn't believe it. You know, there's a lot of bad people doing bad things to children and stuff like that. You know this, right? Epstein, they haven't released the videotapes for Epstein. So, this has not only been going on, it has been going on, and it's continuing to be going on even to this day. RFK has uncovered a massive kidnapping ring and selling children ring. And most people, the news is just silent about that, of course, and they're not going to tell you. This is what the results of paper money, right? If you could print money, you feel invincible. P. Diddy is another example of that. All this, the end result of using paper money until it dies is that those people become the most powerful people on the planet, and they become the ones who are doing all this damage to children and people. They become the power of the future, and not the good and honest people, right? It's been written in history. It's been proven in history. We've done this over and over again. There's every single example of this, and so this is why I was very, very scared. But today with Bitcoin, finally, things have turned the table. The table has turned. We just need to get more and more good people like yourselves to buy some Bitcoin, hold it, save it for the future, because you will be the future, and you will dictate it's not your vote that dictates what government does. It's your money. So buy Bitcoin, hold it to secure a positive future for everyone. Now you see that with Cynthia Loomis and so many people, she's a good example of good person in government doing the right thing. I'm sure she's not perfect, of course. I'm sure she has her own skeletons in her closet and stuff like that. I'm not saying that she is Mrs. Perfect, but the point is, right, we're moving the needle in the right direction. That is the whole point of all of this. And I hope to God that you who are watching understand this and do something about it and buy some Bitcoin and put it away and save it to save your future, to save the future of humanity, because that's what's needed right now. Thank you. Okay. I had to go on because it was so important for me. I feel like a preacher or something like that, but I had to do it. Anyways, with that said, yes, fiat equals evil. Yes, it does. There's so many examples of that, and it is what it is, right? Bitcoin price held up by corporate adoption and inflation hedge narratives. Yes, we've seen this, right? I mean, it's clear the corporations understand. They're like, wait a second here. Did you know? I'm not sure if you know this. Instead of reading this story, did you know how Michael Saylor got involved? Anyone? Does anyone? Okay. I'm going to tell you the story of how Michael Saylor got involved. I'm going to try to keep it short because I like to blather on a lot. But basically in 2020, right? Before he looked at Bitcoin, he thought it was like, this is garbage, useless. Why would anybody want this? Crap, right? And then in 2020, all the traders started shorting his stock into to next to nothing. And he's like, why are you doing that? They said, because your stock's worthless. He's like, what? What do you mean? I have $500 million in the bank. I'm making $80 million a year, $80 million in profit a year. And you're saying my stock's worthless? How? Well, sir, you can't grow anymore. I can grow like 2%. Yeah, but that's not enough. Inflation is really at 25% because that's how much they're printing, sir. He's like, what? What? So you mean to tell me I'm going to lose like in a few years I'm going to lose what half my money and my wealth? Yes, sir. That's why. In 3 years, the money in your bank and the money you're earning is going to be worth half. He's like, oh, okay, I got it. I got to find something else to protect my wealth. And then he discovered Bitcoin. Boom. Okay. Hopefully you did discover something too. Analysis. Bitcoin long-term holders hold firm despite a 47% rally from recent lows. So Bitcoin's up 50% from recent lows. And we're like, yeah, I'm not going to sell that. Oh, damn. No, I have not met Roger Ver. Wait, thank you. Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, I put $10 in all kinds of cryptocurrencies, yes, as you can see, right? It's okay. It's okay to put $10 into work, right? And $10 into waffles, yes, right? We're working on it. It's not a rug coin, I can tell you that much, right? We're just doing our best, and that's all that we can do, right? For those particular meme coins, and we're not here to steal your money. So, whilst the market goes up and down, that's just the market, right? But at least we're not here to steal your money, right? With our particular meme coins. Well, all the other meme coins, you've seen them just go gone, right? And you've seen them on the show, right? Okay, Moving on. 93% of all Bitcoin is already mined. Wow. That means there's only 1.4 million Bitcoin left to be mined. That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. Right? I remember when this started, I was like thinking, wow, it's going to be a long time from now that we get to that point where it's like next to nothing coming out in 2025. Damn. We're here. I can't believe it. We're approaching the. I don't know. It's just everything that's gotten to this point. Now that we're here, we're at a crescent. Like what is it? A turning point, a crescent, a point in history where things actually just go absolutely bananas. Right? Absolutely bananas. That goes absolutely nuts. And you are at the cusp of that. And all you have to do is buy. That's what this chart says. Be patient. Buy and be patient. Same with this chart here. Another chart that says, yeah, we're going higher. Because they printed a whole bunch of money. Right? And gold has already said, you ain't seen nothing yet. Dog, you ain't seen nothing yet. Right? So, this is it. All right, let's see here. We got cyberpunk legend Adam Back says $200 trillion are about to enter the Bitcoin from institutional investors. Hyper Bitcoinization is here. I wonder, are you guys getting audio? I'm just wondering, just making sure. Okay, yeah. Okay, because you guys, no one complained, but yeah.
Are they absorbing more money in the space, or are there enough riches for all?
Yeah, it's a question I had talked about with a banker recently, which is how scalable is the treasury company approach? I think ultimately it's extremely scalable. It's the largest arbitrage of the century, probably, which is sort of arbitraging the US dollar, euro, the fiat-denominated current world with the Bitcoinized future in a few decades. And so if you think about the addressable market of that being in the $100 trillion to $200 trillion range, there's lots of scope for, even extremely large companies with large cash reserves like Apple, Microsoft, and so on to enter it without making a dent in this market.
To Shanali's point, are you concerned at all about potential conflicts of interest given the proximity of the president's family being involved in this industry? The same question to you that I asked Anthony moments ago, that winners and losers could be picked within the industry.
Well, I think they're all public companies, right? So they're having to compete in the free market. So, ultimately there's quite a lot of competition and some very fast-paced companies in this sector. Some of them are, smaller companies with a high velocity. Some of the big companies with established businesses. So we'll see how that shakes out in the market. It's generally positive, I think. The current administration in the US improving the regulatory environment for Bitcoin and Bitcoin Layer 2 and Bitcoin settlement companies.
Wow. There it is, guys. You saw that there was a lot of different companies are just, buying into Bitcoin and following the MicroStrategy's approach. Here, let's listen to Cynthia Loomis again, right? $2 trillion coming in.
Talk about how you communicate what's going on in this industry in just a second. But our last Spotlight episode featured Michael Saylor, and he really kind of unpacked his plan towards this $200 trillion Bitcoin network. You mentioned him as one of the people you speak to about what's going on in this industry. You listen to what he has to say. Do you think that Bitcoin can be a $200 trillion network?
I do. When you look at the fact that it is fully decentralized, that it is immutable, that it is scarce, that as more of it is mined, the volatility is going to decline. Its use cases will expand. All of these events surrounding it as it matures as an asset are going to make it more useful. It is faster. It is cheaper. The Lightning Network that now can lay on top of it makes it more useful as a means of exchange. Its continued growth as a store of value is going to be, I think, its strongest future use. When you look at the US dollar, that because of inflation is declining in value every year much more quickly than we'd like to see, its use case as a store of value is not good. Its use case as a means of exchange is very strong, always will be. But if I was going to save, I'd want to save in Bitcoin, not in US dollars. So I think we're seeing more and more people realize that because it's immutable, because it's easy to store and retain either in an individual wallet or through a custodian, it's easy to buy now because of the exchange traded funds that have been created by very blue chip companies that people are used to using for all kinds of investments. It's become more available and user friendly for people who are more used to traditional assets. And I think all these things, when you add them together, have expanded the use case for Bitcoin.
There we go. There we go. 2 trillion, $9 million per Bitcoin. You know, honestly, the use case of Bitcoin will expand. We've got like positive fear and greed right now. You can see that the Bitcoin ETF is just, people are loading the boat. Of course, this is probably a lot of short-term, like dollar hodlers, right? That are interested here in gaining the advantage for the short term, not seeing the long-term picture. But the treasuries are example of the long-term picture holders, right? Boom. Now you could say, well, that includes ETFs, right? Yeah, it's true. It is true. It does include ETFs. But take a look how fast this thing's growing, right? It's just as May 1, right? And look, wow, it is crazy the amount of Bitcoin, right, that are loading up in all their other categories. Yeah, and so that's going to continue for a while. And so if you don't have your Bitcoins, man, sorry for you. Sorry for you. All right, guys, now it's time for that section, the meme coin section, where we're going to get soap and towel, get a little dirty, get into the trenches, buy some crappy coins that you're going to be like saying, bruh. Because we're looking to secure our bloodline. And you're like, stupid. But, you know, if you buy anything here, right, you're still just supposed to be watching us, you know, buy some stupid coins, right, and secure our bloodline one fart at a time. Damn, it's too much fun, man. It is too much fun. You know, everyone that I've got into meme coins have said it, right? As much as they know that they should hold on to Bitcoin and buy only Bitcoin, they have fun. We all have fun in the meme coin space. All right, with that said, let's take a look at what we doubled down on first from yesterday and see what happened. And yeah, I know. You guys were saying stupid, and it's gone. Oh well, I was for sure thought that this was gonna secure our bloodline, a clause, not just one clause. Oh, no bloodline security here. Oh man. Oh, win. You know what? When he got liquidated, so did we. You know the guy who went in with what's it called? With $600 million long, he got liquidated, of course, because it went below the $108,000 mark, and so we got liquidated here too. Look at that bear coin! Boom! Bloodline security with beer. Boom! I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. I had that feeling. That's why I had to double down. I did. Ooh-wee. Secure. I feel that bloodline security. Where's my beer coin? Beer 2.0. Damn. Is Batty? What? Did Batty really do something? What? I saw Batty here. I was thinking, no. It's before my bonk? My beer 2.0? Man, I hate it when that happens. Oh, there we go. Some Batty. Interesting. Mish. Let's take a look at a Batty in a second. All right. Let me just copy that. But let's revel in the fact that beer is gone up. Let's see. Did we set some? Please tell me we have. Yes, we do have. That's why we have some protection on beer. Right. So yeah. I'm surprised. It should be like halfway down the list at like $200 or something like that, just under $200 that we have of beer 2.0, and I don't see it here. Weird. There's our buttholes, but no beer 2.0. Interesting. Oh, there it is. Wow, got more beer than I thought. That's why I missed it. Wow. Beer 2.0. Let's see here. What else is... Orc is down a little bit, but that's okay. Orc will come back fighting. Fighting hard. Giga Chad. $1 worth. House coin. Oof. Love these names here. Let's see what happens in the next little while. Let's take a look at Peppa Peep. Oh, Peppa Peep hasn't done much, man. Oh, the volume is back down to normal. Just a cool $300 a day. Oh, Peppa Peep, going deep with Peppa Peep. I wonder how far Peppa Peep can go. Anyways, moving on. Let's go digging in the trenches, finding some gems. That's gonna secure the bloodline. Up coin. Up only. You know, up only here messed up. Cause this is not up only. That's not up only. That's a little bit of a downish of the up only. Damn. Man, we missed this, man. Oh wow. 15 hours ago. Pegasus. Okay. Alrighty then. What the heck? I got something for that.
How about new?
Next one, Dexter. What? Are you seeing this? Oh, what the hell is that?
Bruh.
Okay, next one. Okay, what are we looking at here? Molang? What? I don't know what kind of research we're doing on this thing. Okay. I don't know what we're doing here. But let's just walk away. Let's just walk away. Plank. What? Okay. Man, these memes are not that creative. Let's see here. What else is there? Generational bottom. All right, well, I'm just going to be a degen. I'm buying the top here, and I'm just degening in. Done. I need some bottoms up. First warning, that's good. That's good. All right. Bottoms up. Let's get it. Just secure the bloodline with generational bottom. Boom. That's not a rug. Oh, damn. Wow. Should we even bother putting some protection on bottom? Yeah, what? Why not? Why not? We don't want to get violent. Our bottom's violated. So we're gonna put some protection on it. Oh, that's why I love the memes, man. Oh my god. Oh damn. Let's not get our bottoms violated. Oh damn. All right. Here we go. There. We got the bottom. We got the bottom. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Waiting for a transaction. Oh, man. So slow. Okay, let's just reset this thing. Boom. And there's no connection. There we go. Boom. There we go. Yeah. Oof. Okay. We've got this hot bottom. Let's see here. What else we got? What else we got? Of no Elon. Oh my God, no. Let's see here. What is this? I don't know what it is. K-I-F. KIF. I don't know what this is. I can't tell if it's any good or any bad. But hey, do you think we can bounce from this?
How about no?
Ah, damn. Alrighty. Roach. With 31K volume. Roach Motel. Your Solana checks in, but it doesn't check out. Oh, damn. Wow. We already seen this, right? You know what? No.
How about no? Bruh.
No. I was about to go, yeah, let's do it. But I'm like, no. Let's see here. Okay. Fartland. Become a fart lord. What? 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 You know, we are here to secure our bloodline one fart at a time. Why not? Why not? Why not? Wait. I know it smells. You're like, oh, damn. Let's do it. Securing my bloodline, one fart at a time. Right? After the bottom, we got a fart. Right? See, at least we know the bottom's working. Oh my God. Oh my God. No. No. Yes. Was there no warnings? Are you kidding me? Was this a high quality? No. This one had 2 warnings. Don't tell me there was no warnings on that one. Did I miss the warnings? Okay, there it is. I was thinking, did we have to get a high quality asset here? Okay. The warnings are there. There we go. Boom. We're gonna sell half of this land. This land is a little smelly, so we gotta sell it half of it. Should have double. Okay, I feel bloodline security with this fart land. I feel like bloodline, when we bought this land, bloodline security was insured. Okay, moving on. Ooh, Titcoin from 2 months ago. What's it doing? Is it down? Ooh. This thing M'd out heavy. This was one of our bloodline security details. I think we should get some more. If it comes down below 20 million market cap. This would make us, this would be the righteous buy right about here. Actually, yeah. Let's wait and see if we can catch the bottom of that one. Troll. All right, you know, little mature coin, so let's go for it. Let's put a little bit more effort into this one. Is this on, yep, Solana, yep. Boom. Got lots of trolls. 2,000 trolls. We're rich. We're troll rich. We're pre-rich in trolls. Pre-rich. Don't forget that. We'll answer that question shortly. Okay. Let's see if there are any other questions. All right, that's it for all the
Stupid.
meme coins. But let's just move on with the show, with the Q&A for today. Alrighty. Chart is upside down. What? Which chart? Okay. Probably a joke, right? The chart's like going down and it's upside down, I guess. Yeah, Mr. M would say,
It could go higher.
oh, damn. Alrighty, now let's move on to the questions for today. Super chat, thank you very much. Thoughts on merits? Can it hit $200 this cycle? Metis. Sorry, Metis. I don't know what that is actually. Let me just see if I can pull that up for you. Metis. Oh man, no, maybe I can't. I shouldn't do that. There. Let's just leave that here. Oops. And let me switch screens so that you guys can see what I'm doing. And we're gonna go look at 100. Oh my God, dude. Okay, so let's just take a look at the logic of that. Right now, it's got the 10 million supply. Let's see here. We're talking circulating supply. Okay, so that's what's circulating. 200 million. Market. It's got $130 million market cap. You're talking like if we can go up one order of magnitude, it's not impossible, but I don't know what this thing is. It's a multi-network ecosystem. Redefining decentralization. Metis is more than a layer 2. It's a multi-network ecosystem powered by the groundbreaking Matthias SDK. Matthias is building a future decentralized infrastructure with dual network architecture and Andromeda for secure general purpose DApps and what? Yeah, you know what? I don't know what they do. I hate it when companies do that. They're not clear on what they do. Instant L2 AI aligned human defined. See? That doesn't mean anything to anybody. Tell me that means anything to you. It doesn't. Okay? They need to be clear on what they do. Not like some esoteric, oh yeah, I sound smart, so I'm come up with these words that only mean something to me and not to everybody else. Should you dump your XRP? Listen, man, you do what you do you, I do me, right? I'm not going to give you any kind of advice on whether or not you dump your XRP. What I am going to say is that XRP, I have none. I know I have a computer that had some XRP on there somewhere. It's like 40K worth or something like that, and I should go dig it out and get it. But it's up to you, right? Personally, I don't have any XRP other than that I just mentioned. Thoughts on space and time? Well, thought, space, and time are all one. Think about that for a second. Da Vinci isn't God. He doesn't know the future. You're absolutely right. I don't know the future, right? But here's what I do know, right? If I jump out of this building, right, there is a possibility, not absolute, that I will die. Yes, there's a possibility that I will die. But where is it on the probability scale? It's higher that I will die and less likely that I won't. But I don't know the future. I don't know that for sure. Right? Okay. With that logic placed in, right? That logic placed there. Right? If we were to say, what is the probability that the US dollar and all fiat currencies hyperinflate? Is it less likely or more likely? What? What's that? That it happens 100% of the time? Oh, okay. Yeah. So that makes it more likely? Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. So, but I don't know the future, right? So I don't know if that's going to happen or not, right? Just has on this probability scales, right? It's leaning a little bit to the more likely side, right? Especially since, throughout history when we've used money, fiat money, it's gone to zero. It's hyperinflated away. And thus, buying Bitcoin, right, is more likely to be better than not buying Bitcoin, right? I don't know the future because, if an asteroid hits the planet, right, or if we use a cobalt bomb, right, to wipe out all the life on the planet, right, which, again, most people will survive because of the way it works, right? There will be still a lot of pockets of people living, right? Yeah, Bitcoin will be useless, right? I can't say there is a probability, right, that I am wrong about Bitcoin, right? Now, if an asteroid hits the planet, I'm wrong about Bitcoin, right? But do you bet on an asteroid hitting the planet? Do you bet on a nuclear explosion going off to secure your wealth? No, you don't. You bet on the continuation of humanity, right? Because that's all you can bet on. Because you can't really bet on the extinction because you don't know if you're going to survive. Oh, man. Is it profitable to mine Bitcoin now? Yes and no. You're like, how can it be both? Simple. It is profitable in dollars, is not profitable in Bitcoin. What do I mean by that? Okay, if I buy 1 Bitcoin worth of mining equipment, right? Let's just say mining equipment, I can just buy up this is mining equipment, and I could get it instantly today. Instantly, which is not true, but let's just say I got it today, right? As soon as I pressed the buy button, I got it the next day, or even today, the same day. And I was able to hook it up and fire it up and started mining today, right? So I'd get a full 24 hours in, right? you still would not be able to, within the life of the equipment, get that 1 Bitcoin back. Maybe within the life of the equipment, but within a year, no chance. No chance. 0 chance. So is it profitable, right? No, because you can buy just Bitcoin. But you will be profitable in dollars. So if you borrowed the money and mined with it, then yeah, that's profitable. There you go. After all the altcoin chaos, why not just focus on buying Bitcoin and ignore the noise? Yeah, I know. Why not? Why not? Hey guys, let's do a bit of a price prediction on Ripple. How many dollars it might it reach? I don't know. There's enough stupid people, and the fact that they've brainwashed enough people to buy this crappy coin, I think it will go higher in this stage of the game. At least Cynthia Loomis and all the rest of the cryptocurrency people in office, they're like, whatever, go away, right? MSTY, well, I'm buying more of MSTY. 150% earnings, right, annually. It's just a no-brainer, right, to buy. I own that. It's my first non-centralized finance crypto asset that I've purchased since 2008. Yeah, I got out in 2008 completely out of centralized finance, right? I sold all my stocks, everything. And this is the first stock since then that I've ever purchased. Because it's the only one that makes sense to do so, right? It's out earning Bitcoin. So there you go. Okay? So it's worth the risk. And that's why I'm buying it. Now, if you buy this, there's no guarantees of that, just so you know, right? Do your own research and decide for yourself if MSTY is a buy for you, because if it goes to 0, it's your fault for insurance and you are
Stupid.
right? So you didn't do your research. I don't know if it's going to go to 0. I don't know what's going to happen, but I do know it's a decent asset to own, and that's why I have invested in it. I don't think it's going to go to 0. I don't think there's going to be a problem with it, but I might be wrong. All right. With that said, thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.